For the first time in history, there's 10 African countries participating in this year's World Cup, but it wasn't always like this. With an overall expansion to 48 countries in this year's World Cup, Africa is now being represented by Morocco, Tunisia, Algeria, Egypt, Senegal, Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, Cape Verde making their debut as one of the smallest countries after Curacao, South Africa, and Democratic Republic of Congo making their first appearance in over 50 years, which Nigeria has fought tooth and nail to get them disqualified, even accusing them of voodoo, but that's a different story for a different video. And even though Africa has more countries and a much larger population compared to Europe, from 1934 to 1970, Africa had to compete with Asia and Oceania for just one spot amongst the three of them. And it was only a boycott in 1966, led by Kwame Nkrumah, that changed the policy, leading the expansion to go from 1 to 2 to 3 to eventually 5 countries in Africa by the late 90s. The African teams have steadily improved their performances at recent World Cups, with Morocco's historic run going to the semifinals in 2022, highlighting Africa's rising competitiveness. But that took time to build and it didn't happen overnight. African teams have increasingly relied on diaspora-born players in Europe to fill in gaps, and around 1/3 of players called up for AFCON in 2023 were born outside of Africa, with France alone contributing 104 players. And while doing this obviously boosts short-term quality, you could argue that it impedes long-term grassroots development in the countries. The World Cup campaign requires strong and stable coaching, consistent squad selection, but most importantly, uninterrupted access to development and infrastructure funding. When you stack coaching chaos on top of infrastructure issues, you get a system where even talented squads like Nigeria, Cameroon, and Ghana underperformed. The 2023 Africa Cup of Nations, 6 coaches lost or left their jobs after the group stage alone. That is chaos. Of course, there's other country-specific issues that contribute to all of this as well, but please let me know what you guys think. What African countries are you guys rooting for in the World Cup this year? Personally, I'm rooting for Senegal, of course, and then Cote d'Ivoire, and obviously Congo, and of course Cape Verde because they're an underdog, but please let me know what you guys think down below. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I love having these conversations, and thank you so much for watching. I'm Fatu, and this is my series, Fast Football with Fatu. The World Cup is rapidly approaching, so please make sure you lock in and like and follow this video for more, and of course, watch the older videos as well. But thank you so much. Bye.